All the guns you'll be seeing today are available on solware.co.uk, based in Tamworth. Ladies and gentlemen, it's test and review day for our Kral Empire XS, as you can see in its walnut stock. Now this is a 177. I'm not very good with 177s, I'll be honest with you, but I'm going to give it a good go and give it a fair chance to surprise us today and show us what this can do. It's had a few little faults, the gun has, but it seems to be operating right now, so let's see whether we can get it out there and get some good scores for this gun today. If you don't know the rules of this, I'll explain them. 23 metres away, we have two targets. One's got 5 small targets on. 5 shots at those 5 targets. If you hit the red, 10 points each. Then we have a straight standard target. If you can get 5 shots inside the number 10, again you'll get 50 points, so that's 100 points off the first 2 cards. The third card is called the rings. There's 4 large rings at the top, you'll get 5 points for each of those. And the last one is just over the size of a pellet. If you can penetrate the ring on that one, you'll get a bonus 15 points. We class this as a pass if you score 110 points. 135 points is the maximum. So, let's get it out there, let's see whether it can do it. Okay then, let's begin. Let's see how we can do. Shot 1. Just about. Shot 2. Yeah. Shot 3. Yeah. Shot 4. Yeah. Shot 5. Yeah. Right, we move over to the second card now. One. 2. 3. 4. New magazine needed for the last shot. And 5 yet, so 100% so far as we go on to our third card, which I'll get set up for now. Well, doing well so far. Could our first ever 177 in this new test way we do it do a 135 straight out the bag. It's looking good. Okay, we move on to our next shot in the rings. Here we go. Just. I think he's just in with that one as well. Spot on now. This one for a 135. I think he's done it. That's a 135 by our Empire XS, and he's done really well. Really enjoyed using him. Very shocking gun for a bullpup, that, but a 135 nonetheless. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Empire XS. Our next test for the gun is the chronograph. What can it pump out across the chronograph? Here we go. 224, 221, didn't count, 219, didn't count, 218, last one, 217. So 217 to 224. If we go in the middle of that, shall we say 220? We'll go 220 and we'll get some calculations and see how that comes out. After that Kral test there, it's not the most powerfulest of guns. It's coming as 9.7 foot-pounds and I think it's 13.15 joules. The pellet, 8.4 grain, the Barracuda 8s, and when we broke it down from metres, which was 220 metres per second to feet per second, 721. So at 9.70 it's not the powerfulest, but as we find again, it may not be the powerfulest, but they are accurate. Well, what do I think of our Kral Empire XS? Well, as bullpups go, it's a small one, isn't it? It's a nice small one. The only reason this has got any length on it is the size of the hat sound silencer I'm using. I love the walnut on it, nicely put together. Cocking arm, very, very smooth, I will say. Things I don't like about it. This one may have been sitting for a while. When I first used it, I put the valve in, pumped it up, and it was leaking out from out of the actual valve filler hole. Now the second time I blew it up, no problem, so it must have just been sticking from like being stored for such a long time. Same again, I was finding that the shots when I first had the gun were veering either up or down. They were never spot on where they should be, as you can see by its test and review now. Now it's been used a few times, it's perfectly fine. But it was all over the place at first. I couldn't get it anywhere near at all. Anyway, cutting all that aside, it's done fantastically well now. It's operating properly. Obviously a 135 cannot be scoffed at. I've not got the best scope on this, I'll be honest with you. I've got a Stoga 3B9B40. I would usually put a Nico Sterling on one of these, but when I was struggling to try and get this to work properly, I changed the scope. So I tried everything, because like obviously you try and eliminate everything you can. I thought it was a dodgy scope, but in the end it started to work right with this scope, so this is the one I left it with, and it's done really well with it. Probably with a better scope on, maybe better still, might I add. But I'm not a 177 shooter, as I said, but this has been fantastic today. Before I did this, I left it overnight again to make sure that it wouldn't stick and it wouldn't fault on us, and it's not. It seems to have been just through it being stored for such a long time that it wasn't performing right at first, and everything inside was sticking. Once it's had a bit of use, everything's freed up and it seems to be coming back to normal. 14 shot magazine in this, of course, always handy. The only thing I will say is this is the 177 version, and you get around 56 shots to a full bottle. It's not a massive bottle, as you can see. I think it's about a 110cc bottle, maybe even up to 200, I'm unsure. Does it say on here? 200cc bottle it is, 200 bar in there, and when you fill it up to the 200 bar you'll get 56 shots, but after that it's struggling for air. It's got no power at the moment. There we're still just in the green after we've just done its chronograph test, so there's plenty of power there to do its chrono, but it didn't come up very well, did it, at 9.7. I mean, we have had new guns coming at 9.1 and lower than that before, but we like to see the guns coming at 11 pounds, 11 foot-pounds, like, but obviously 9.7 is well below that. But would you give up a little bit of power for accuracy? And this gun certainly got that. So bear that in mind, mate. It may be low on power, but it's accurate, and that's what you want from your gun. I'd rather have a low powered gun that's going to hit where I want to hit than a powerful gun that's going to go anywhere, and you always need to remember that. Now there's adjustment on the butts, as we know. Picatinny rail mount for your scope, remember that, because if you're buying a scope and it just comes with dovetail, you will need to buy a set of Picatinny rail mounts. Silencer wise, I have used this without the silencer. You could probably get away with it, but just because I want to be neighbour friendly, I have put a silencer on it, but you could probably get away without the silencer. As I say again, Kral etched Empire X into the side of the walnut stock. Nice stippling etched into it as well around the hand grip. It's just a really nice and well put together gun, and I think they're great. I mean, don't forget, we've had the Empire X in and tested that, and it couldn't kind of match this. The XS just seems to be more suited. I love this biathlon loading arm that Kral have started putting on a few of their guns now. It is mega smooth, and I really do like that. Also, it's putting the right part of the gun right in the middle, not at the back there where you're sort of smacking yourself in the chin every time you cock it. So nicely positioned as well. Means you don't always need to take your eye off the target you're doing as you cock. You can keep an eye on wherever you're after, and it just helps out, especially if you're after something that's a moving target, some kind of quarry. So that's handy. I've matched this up with H&M Barracuda 8s, as you'll probably know from our pellet test, and they do seem to have done quite well. But I'll be quite honest with you, it didn't seem pellet fussy at all. I could have used probably any other pellets, to be fair, but we left it with the Barracuda 8s. All in all, definitely recommend the gun. Nice smooth cocking arm, nice to shoot. As I say, you're getting this from a person who's not a 177 lover, and I really enjoyed this gun. It's been a fantastic item. I may now start bringing in a few more 177s, I don't know yet, but I've never had no joy before with a 177. I just can't seem to get on with them, but this one has changed my mind. It has proved that these can be pretty much good. You know, they're bang on what they do. I know people rave on about 177. I've always liked a 2.2, to be honest with you, but I've always been a bit strange anyway. But there we go. That's our review and test today on the Empire XS. Done fantastically well. Passed quite easily. Recommended without a problem. The Kral Empire XS. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.